How do you know which day is Mother's Day?
It's the one that says bad mother.
Look what you did to him!
Hey there, hi there, ho there, Andrew here, and it is officially Mother's Day, but we're not just going to celebrate one day here on the channel, we're going to make a week of it. So, to celebrate a fanatical mother's love, be prepared to count down the top mothers of horror, Antagonist edition, and then the next video will be Protagonist edition, and the third video will have to deal with a mother as well. But let's get into the countdown. Number 5, Mommy, aka Mrs. Robinson, from the movie The People Under the Stairs. Mommy, played by Wendy Robinson in the 1991 Universal Pictures horror movie that was written, produced, and directed by Wes Craven. Oh, that means it's gotta be scary, right? No, not really, actually. There was more humor in it than what most people thought when they saw the poster. Mommy is one half of the main antagonist in the movie with the character Dad, and Mommy is no doubt the brains of the operation of their nefarious deeds, which include things like extortion, kidnapping, and murder. The kidnapping one, that is a little strange in this movie because Mommy and Dad go ahead and kidnap children, but if they don't follow the rules that Mommy and Dad go ahead and lay out before them, they get sent under the stairs. And that happens to lead to cannibalism because I guess they stop feeding the children. And by the way, when you stop feeding the children, that never turns out good. Number 4, Mother, from the movie Mother's Day. Mother's Day is a fun 80s horror movie that involves savage beatings, murder, and rape. But not in that particular order. There was a remake in 2010 with Rebecca De Mornay in the role of Mother, but she was given the name of Natalie Coffin. And that movie was nowhere near as good as the original, and she looks a lot like Hillary Clinton. So we're going to go ahead and use the first movie clips where Mother is played by Rose Ross. Mother is the matriarch of 2 dim-witted boys that are a cross between being a hillbilly and a punk rocker. And I think Mom broke the mold of being a crazy mom with 2 psycho criminal boys in this movie.
Go check your brother.
Well, it could have been a tremor, man.
I'll show you a tremor.
I'm gonna go check the brother.
Okay, I do like Mama Fratelli, but she had 3 boys, and Goonies is not a horror movie. Mother tends to appreciate seeing her boys, Ike and Adley, brutalize their victims, which is nice to see a mom being so supportive to her boys and the things that they do, and she shows even more support by making them go through training regimens. I've never seen that in a movie. And do not underestimate this woman. She doesn't mind getting her hands dirty herself. Number 3, Pamela Sue Voorhees from the movie Friday the 13th. Now I know what you're thinking. How can the woman that gave birth to Jason Voorhees end up number 3 on this list? And my answer is simple. I found 2 other characters that I thought should be higher on the list. Mrs. Voorhees, played by Betsy Palmer in the original 1980 slasher hit, was also played by Nana Visitor in the 2009 remake. Since the original was oh so much better, we're going to go ahead and use clips from that one. Mrs. Voorhees was once the cook at Camp Crystal Lake before she decided to snap and start killing people. You see, camp counselors at Crystal Lake were not doing their job in Pamela's eyes, and her young boy named Jason drowned in the lake.
He wasn't a very good swimmer.
And when Steve Christie, no relation to New Jersey Governor Chris Christie, decided to open the camp back up, Mrs. Voorhees decided to change people's minds once again through violence. Now that is an angry mama bear in progress. Number 2, Margaret White from the movie Carrie. Now truth be told, Margaret White has had a couple of different takes. First from the novel of Stephen King, then the 1976 movie played by Piper Laurie, and then there were 2 other actresses that played Margaret White in remakes. You had Patricia Clarkson in the 2002 remake and Julianne Moore in the 2013 remake. The original holds true to me, so the majority of the clips I'm going to use is from the 1976 version. Margaret White is the lone parent of Carrie, a girl with some extraordinary telekinetic powers. Hey, somebody get Professor X on the phone. We got a live one. However, Margaret is a Class A1 wackadoodle who puts the lot in Zealot. And I mean, she really goes to town on this whole religion thing, basically taking almost anything there is as a sin, and she tends to beat herself up over things, literally. And even though the movies and the book all have a few slight changes toward the end, it can be said that Margaret decided somewhere along the story that all of this was because of the devil, and she herself has to be the one to stop the devil at all costs. Yeah, I had to show this ending because, quite frankly, I don't know one movie I have enjoyed watching Julianne Moore's performance in, so watching her die is somewhat satisfying. And the number 1 spot goes to Norman Bates from the movie Psycho and its franchise. Norman? A guy? How can he be a mom? Is that even fair? Is this male privilege? Well, I can answer all of that with something very simple. If Caitlyn Jenner can win Woman of the Year award, then Norman Bates can win #1 in the top mothers of horror. Antagonist edition. Like the past 3 spots, Norman has also had numerous actors play him, but I'm going to be using Anthony Perkins as my base because if it wasn't for his acting and Alfred Hitchcock's storytelling, people just wouldn't know who Norman Bates was. And if you don't know who Norman Bates is, let me tell you.
Not like that! Not like that! No!
You see, Norman suffers from what is called dissociative identity disorder and psychotic behavior. You see, he believes he's his mother, the same domineering and abusive mother that Norman had killed. And to dissociate himself, psychologically speaking, from the heinous crime of matricide, and no, that's not when you rip the tag off the mattress, he created the persona of his mom to take on all the actions that he wouldn't do himself. Norman actually might be the most likable and sympathetic character on this list, but that did not stop him from being #1. My question to you is, would you have put somebody else on the list, or would you have rearranged the numbers that I have up there? Go ahead, leave a comment down below. I would love to know your opinion. And if you liked the video, go ahead, tap that like button and share with your friends in all forms of social media. Don't forget to subscribe so you get notified the moment I upload. And I will see you in the next video.